Basically, my name is Mike Curry. Kind of surreal right now that I'm even up here. I started about 4 months ago, and I was working on refrigerators in Charlotte, going into people's houses, and never sold a thing in my life, never had any desire to sell anything. Was in a network marketing business about 5 years ago, an energy business that was pretty popular here in Charlotte. Met Grady Bolson. Kind of, never did anything with that, never recruited, never was able to build a team, never was able to, they got hired, if that's even what you call it, one person, my entire 3 years doing it. But I really loved the culture, the people, and so I went on my way, like I said, doing appliance repair, and I kept up with Grady. I remember Grady, obviously, before he was here. I've watched him do what he's done, which to me is incredible. But at the same time, we had children around the same time, last in July or whatever. He messaged me and told me congrats, whatever. And I asked him about it. I was like, hey, what's this family first life thing you're doing? Because I watched him literally develop into who he is. And of course, he sent me the video, and immediately I thought it was a network marketing business, because that's just those kind of videos, right? So I watched it. I was like, my mind was blown at the amount of people that was making money, and I never thought of myself as somebody that could walk in here and write 25K in my first 30 days, but I knew I could do 10. I'm not that dumb. And I'm sure a lot of you guys feel like that, okay, there's people, 30, 40, 50K, and that's great and all, and that would be a dream come true, but a lot of people here, 10K would literally change your life, right? And it changed mine. So I'm like, if I can just make 10K. So I'm scared, afraid to jump in. I tried to do it part-time, went out my first weekend, and if you guys are part-time, I'm not saying to go all in, but for me, it didn't work. I had a very hard time because of the fact that I never knew when I was going to be home from my job. So, I'm trying to book appointments, I'm buying leads, trying to book appointments. They're available when I'm not. So my wife was like, look, you just gotta quit your job. And I'm like, quit my job? We just bought a house in May, we got 2 kids. That's scary, right? That's what this business is sometimes. When you're first starting, it's really scary. So we prayed about it, very religious, we prayed about it, and I remember, I hadn't even sold a policy yet, so it wasn't like I proved to myself this worked, okay? So, I'm like, yeah, whatever, if you support it, then you can't yell at me, right? So I remember calling the boss, and I don't know if Williams is here. He may or may not have come, I don't know. But anyway, he's still working with the company, and he's actually starting, he's got his writing numbers in. But I remember calling him, and just they all thought I was going to fail at it. They're taking bets at work, how soon is it going to be back, whatever. So a lot of doubt was placed, because I'm telling you guys, if I can do this, I know you hear it over and over and over, all day long, every meeting. It's really true. Anybody can do this. I went my way through high school, got my GED, didn't go to college, never sold anything. I fixed people's appliances, although I do think that being, used to being in people's homes and working with clients, I think that does transfer. I'm very personable, I'm nice, and I literally just follow the steps that FFL has, right? So Jamie said, buy leads. How much? Well, enough that you get your appointments. So how many do you have to buy? Well, $750 to $1,000 every dial day. Okay, so I bought up to $1,000 in leads, and I do a little bit more than that now because I'm not that good. So. But, then he's like, okay, so you got to dial, and here's my script. Figure out what works for you. Be mean if you have to, which was very difficult. Whatever it takes, like Charles, I think it was, hey, I'm coming over, right? And then when you're in the home, the very first appointment I ever went to, it was crazy, because I called Jamie after, and I was like, hey, so they weren't interested. He goes, well, what'd you tell them? I'm like, well, I just told them they need life insurance. And they couldn't afford it. And he goes, well, did you go through the budget? I didn't even think to go through the budget. no, I just told them they needed it. What's going to happen to you if you don't have it, right? So like, literally started from like not knowing anything to now, you know, I literally absorbed myself into podcasts nonstop, even when I was, you know, still working. I was on live dials on Mondays and Thursdays, driving around with my van. I've listened to every podcast, every True Talk, every FFL original podcast. I've listened to every service, like all these podcasts. Like, you're not ever going to grow if you don't continually put it in your mind, right? So as a result of that, you know, and people knowing me, right? I'm not a salesperson. I didn't come from any type of background. People see that, and now they're reaching out. They're like, hey, like, what are you doing? So obviously I share the video with them. They see me, they see what I'm doing, and it makes them want to, you know, be involved. So, you know, quickly, that was actually my topic. I just found out how to speak. It's the first time I ever spoke, so don't hold it against me. But anyway, I know I'm just rambling, but I'm a perfect prime example of anybody can do this. And if you just put your head down, work really hard, literally do everything that everyone says at FFL to do, which is buy leads, buy enough leads, run enough appointments, set in enough homes as fast as you can, and it just works. Like, there's no secret to it. 90% of this business is showing up. Show up on dial day, show up on dial team. If you don't have an office, get an office. Obviously, I have work spots. I'm gonna go to the office here when it opens in Charlotte. I literally have work spots because I save money on leads. So it just means I can buy more leads, right? Give me more chances to make money. So, like, literally just a product of Family First Life. You know, I don't like saying I have, but I'm working with 11 agents now. You know, I've been here for 4.5 months. I've got another 10 that are finishing class, and you know, I'm excited to grow. Hit sales manager last month, and just follow JPC. So next I'm going to bring up Brian. Brian is going to give you